Marleen, that was a very interesting presentation. Isn't it true that all the big food companies are just using these kind of studies to make sure we eat what they want us to eat?
In essence, they are very smart. Yeah, and they use a lot of these mechanisms to really support the unhealthy and unsustainable choices. So if you now walk around the supermarket, you can really see that all the products which have large margins and a lot of animal-based products are really receiving the prominent places. Yeah.
So how do you counter that? How do you prevent that from?
By stating here and everywhere, no. Yeah, so it's a good question. So on the one hand, it's about developing the policies and using all your knowledge together with the policymakers to really change, to support change. And on the other hand, it's also teaming up and also trying to get these big companies on board to really support a healthy and sustainable message. And that's also happening at the same time.
So, Jean-Louis Peyraud from INRAE. To help the consumer to make the right choice, or what we expect to be the right choice, we will have in the future some information as the nutritional value of the product with Nutri-Score or something like this, and environmental score. What is your opinion about this evaluation of single food and the way they are evaluated at the moment?
So the food labeling is one of the essential steps to support consumers, but it's not the holy grail. I think that's my main message. So it is needed to make the market transparent, and consumers are having a lot of difficulty in finding the right products, even if they want to. So a system can really be supportive in that. But what we also see in our researches is that it's only a very, very small part in changing behavior, and that you need a lot more, and can use the systems a lot more effective to change consumer behavior.
I think that the nutritional scores very often give false information, false evaluation of the nutritional quality of a given food. And if we combine them with environmental scores, the bias will be multiplied by the number of criteria we are including in those scores. So I'm quite negative about those kind of communication. And overall, because the quality of the diet is really the quality of the diet. It is a combination of food. It is a relation between the different kind of food and the balance and the capacity to provide all the nutrients we need. So looking just at one food, clearly for me it is not the right direction.
I have a question to the first talk. When you do all the calculations in these first scenarios, the value you add to each unit of meat, milk, and so on, the greenhouse gas emissions, this is decisive. What will come out, and the values they can vary greatly depending which area, which kind of production, and is it possible to include the variation of this greenhouse gas emissions per unit, and to say what is the effect, and does it change? Would it change the composition of the diet if these constant values would be changed in the model? I think this is a quite interesting and a quite important question. How precise we have to analyze the greenhouse gas emission, in particular to that what is affected with 1 kilogram of meat and so on.
Yes, I agree with you that it would be great to incorporate the variability of the data we have. But at the moment, I don't know of studies that have done that. On the other hand, if you look at the environmental impact, greenhouse gas emission of ruminant meat, even in the most sustainable production, it will be always higher than the impact of, say, cereals or legumes. It was, for instance, I suppose you know the paper of Nemesek and collaborator. The variability was there in the figures, and even with the lowest impact, it was higher than the impact of plant-based products.